But now try to grab like some of this yellow, red, and a little bit of blue. And you're creating like a yellow gray. Hi friends, welcome to this class. We're going to paint this starfish. I took the photo myself. The starfish was not there naturally. I kind of placed it there in the sand. I bought the starfish in Hawaii and then I brought it with me to California, and then I decided to take a pretty picture by placing it on the sand. So we're going to paint it wet on wet. First of all, this is not like a usual paper I paint on. This belongs to like a Polish company. I think it's pretty good, but I want to show you the difference. It is 100% cotton, but just because it's 100% cotton, it doesn't mean it will feel the same like painting on Arches or Honey Milady collection. It actually feels different. This is the version on Arches. This is my Arches block, regular cold press. You can see it's more vibrant. And then here is the version on this PA watercolor paper from a Polish company. So the colors disperse a little faster, they spread faster, less control, and then the colors just kind of look more pale. So just keep that in mind. So very slowly going around and along the sketch lines on the inside. You don't want to go you don't want the water to go over the edges, because the minute you start applying colors, what's going to happen is that color will also bleed toward the outside of the starfish. Now, of course, we can do that, and then we have nice splatter or splash of color there too. But that's different tutorial. That's a different class, okay? In this one, I'm teaching you just to paint the starfish for now, and then we are going to add background. We're going to add some nice shadows to make it look more natural. I hope you're ready. So, quickly, here is my raw sienna. I do have gold, just FYI, this is gold. I want some shimmer too. I generally I think ever since I started, anytime I painted something with a sea, I think I've always included gold. That was quinacridone red, by the way, and this is my cobalt blue for the darks, and that's pretty much it. You can include another yellow of your choice. Let's go for the yellow areas, most yellowish areas. So I'm trying to squeeze my palette here. Here's my raw sienna, the gold, but you don't need to have the gold. This is just optional if you want some shimmer. And there's some quinacridone red and some of this other yellow. Try to apply it toward like the most yellowish areas. I actually made a mistake because this line, that was like my indicator. Okay, these are the little white teeth there, but it's okay. I'm not bothered by it at all. As you see, I'll just keep moving, and this is the area that's kind of whitish, but we'll still need to add some shadows, right? All these yellowish parts, and definitely like right underneath these little teeth. I can see a little bit of water here, and I'm trying to stay away from like the little bumpy parts overall. But here, definitely underneath this one, the bumpy part, over here, let's see, here. But now, try to grab like some of this yellow, red, and a little bit of blue. And you're creating like a yellow gray. So you see I changed the shade of this yellow, right? And I want to go actually a little bit lower here, for example. Not that I really have the shadows. I really don't really have much shadow here. But it's kind of like on a higher part of this. Wherever you can like see some of this yellow, just that's where you want to add it. Even go over like the same area you already place the colors, and just keep cruising around, because by not focusing on one area and like running around here and there, you keep your paper wet longer. If you focus only like on one part, then the paper would just dry too fast. So this is I'd say like a water. No, this is milk like ratio, definitely milk. And you know what? I'm talking and talking. I actually really need to hurry up because this is almost too dry. So quickly, I'm gonna add, I just need a little more water, but I'm gonna add this shade toward the most shadowed parts. Yeah, I'm a little late because I'm talking and talking and explaining, and the paper is just drying. Yeah, this dried fast. Didn't give me enough time, but it's okay. I'm still gonna be okay here, even if I don't add enough shadows. First of all, you can always re-wet the paper. You can always add that second layer if you want to. That is an option indeed, like if you need to. Re-wet the paper, add the second layer. I don't want to do it, so I'm just gonna do my best to add as many shadows as I quickly can now before this is too dry. Yeah, definitely not enough time, but I'm not giving up because this will still look pretty even if I don't add enough or enough of these darks overall. So yeah, I can wait till, you know, this dries and I can add this shadow, but I don't want to because I'm pretty sure you're gonna manage to do this with this one layer since you don't have to talk and I'm sure you'll be okay. I just have a feeling this will be okay. Just to do with one layer. A little more color like the shadows here. You can lift colors. So we captured it overall. We didn't worry about these this is basically what I'm talking about, the lifted parts. We didn't worry too much about these little teeth there, but we can still kind of bring them to the surface by lifting colors. So this is my round 2 brush. This is the songbird details. I'm just gonna lift a couple of them. I don't need to lift all of them. I don't want to. I just want to kind of accent some of them. All right, let's walk away from this and let it dry. Waiting carefully here. We're gonna add some shadows. Please have your colors ready to go before you start like painting. Let's say you only have one color squeezed onto your palette and then you need like another color and then you're gonna spend that time squeezing that paint out of the tube, let's say, and then the paper will be drying. So close to my starfish, just add the colors toward the closest toward the starfish. I'm grabbing a little bit of Van Dyke brown, but it's too much. I don't want it. I didn't clean my brush. I just grabbed more of the rose sienna. And it's okay that I grab more. I actually don't mind it at all because I do want different shades of that sand to show in my painting. I was ready to grab the brush with my left hand, but I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed. Okay, and now we're gonna look for shadows. Do I want any more like of the sand? Something like here, let's say, or something. All right, something like this. Perfect. I'm gonna clean this brush and we're gonna go for shadows. For the shadows, I'm gonna grab my round 8 golden one, just this one, and we're gonna blend the blue, red together, plus the yellow, rose sienna. And we're gonna add more of the blue, make it a little darker. So you're gonna grab the 3 colors, right? Heavy cream to cream top, and you're gonna go right underneath the starfish here. This is where we see the biggest highlight. I'm just grabbing more. And actually I'm gonna grab Van Dyke brown. Why Van Dyke brown? Because I want this to be darker and I want that brownish tone. So one more time, I'm going here. Well, I'm curious to see how this turns out because I'm gonna add this same background and shadow to my painting on arches, the same starfish. I'm curious to see what you're gonna think the difference. You can also use salt if you want, like whatever effect you want to see or show in your sand. You can grab some more Van Dyke Brown just to show, like, I mean, we're not painting the rocks, but we just want some texture. So thank you so much for your time. Please let me know if you have any questions.